Yeah.
Let's move to the next one,
Okay.
and let's talk through the one emotion that I think is really closely related to fear,
Yeah.
which is shame.
Oh yes.
I think it's like a close cousin, like
True.
a first cousin or like a
True.
sister or brother.
True.
Tell me about shame. What is that?
Okay. So shame, the way I would like us to understand shame, I would sort of speak to fear and anger. Right?
Because those
So-
are very moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you look at anger, it simply means somebody has done something wrong to you.
Yeah.
Right? Somebody has done something wrong to you. Fear speaks to the fact that I'm in the wrong place, or I'm about to.
It's a shame of
No.
fear still.
Fear, yes. So fear speaks to the fact that I'm in the wrong place, or something wrong is about to happen.
Yeah.
Right? Shame, on the other hand, means that I have done
Yeah.
something
Yeah.
wrong.
Yeah.
Right? So anger is that somebody has done something wrong to
To
me.
me.
Fear is something
Something
wrong.
bad will happen.
It's about to happen, or I'm in the wrong place.
Yeah.
But shame is
I'm the
you
villain.
being the villain.
Yeah.
Where you get to feel it that I have done something wrong.
Yeah.
I have done something wrong. And you feel that shame. You are not proud of what you have done or what has happened, and you feel the shame. Now, this shame at times comes because we have done something, but it comes because somebody has exposed what we did,
Yeah.
right? Or somebody has made us to feel that who we are
It's less than.
is wrong,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So there are times that people would break up, and one would end up feeling
Yeah.
because the breakup validates to something that they feel wrong about themselves.
Yeah.
So they feel that shame because somehow perhaps they were really insecure about something, and to them the breakup is like, yeah,
You were right after
You were
that.
right after.
That thing about a self-fulfilling prophecy.
yes,
Yeah.
yes,
You
yes.
haven't worked on something and then.
And yes, so most people would carry that shame, right? But not only that, there are other areas that shame is really seen.
Yeah.
So at times it's even in the family. You know how at times the competition between siblings.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
When you find that there's something that you have done wrong,
Yeah.
maybe you're looked down on, you
Yeah.
get to have that shame.
Yeah.
We deal with people that are addicts and they're recovering.
Yeah.
They carry that. They are victims
For sure.
of shame because it's not that what they do is something they're proud of. They know.
I mean, it's an addiction is such an inner struggle.
It's an inner struggle.
Such a deep inner
It's
struggle.
an inner struggle. That is why I usually say that for addicts, they don't make their decisions based on their will.
No.
They make their decisions based on the triggers.
Yeah.
The things that trigger them
Yeah.
are the things that literally
Make the decision.
make the decisions.
Yeah.
So if this whatever substance is in here is my weakness, that's a trigger.
That's what will take the day.
That's my trigger.
Let's talk a bit. You've already given the example of a relationship, right?
Yeah.
A relationship breaking.
Yeah.
Let's give an example. If I'm dating a celebrity,
Yeah.
then the celebrity cheats and moves on with someone else.
Yeah.
Then I start to feel ashamed.
Yeah.
We've seen this on social media so many
Yeah.
times where now it's not even just you. You
Yeah.
already have
Yeah.
that inside of you, but there's the world laughing at
Yeah.
you. How do you navigate shame?
Shame. Great. So remember, it is always pointing
It's
to
internal,
you. Yes,
yeah.
it's always pointing to you.
Yeah.
This is why I say that you can't change situations, you can't change circumstances, but you can change you.
Absolutely.
So
That's all you have
it is
control
it,
over.
it is difficult and expensive to change situations, but it is more cheaper and easy to change you.
Yeah.
So if it is something that is pointing to the fact that you did something wrong or you are wrong, however
However that
however that
manifests,
manifests, the best place to start from is your mindset about that thing, right? Your perception about that. So you can't change the past, but the important thing that you can do is to change your perspective of it. So yes, it has happened. Now, what perspective are you carrying? I always say, what narrative are you carrying out of an experience? The narrative that you carry is what will determine how far you will go. The narrative that you carry is what will determine even if you will continue with that shame or not. Because shame is just a narrative.
Not that.
Shame is just a narrative. So you can't change the past, you can change the perspective. So if you change the perspective, you will then know whether you should hold on to the shame or let go. And that is what I would say is the most powerful thing about shame. People carry.
I love that, but I have a question. Infidelity. Let's say you're married, you cheat on your wife, right? That's grave. You know what I mean? So you're suffering from shame. How it's a matter of fact, like what you've done is shameful. But what is the right narrative for you in that situation? You just see me not put that on me. How does someone and you see shame a lot of the times it's legit. Maybe your dad was a drug dealer, they were arrested, and now the world has slapped you with his reputation. Or, you know, like I have said, you are caught in infidelity, you know, that's a real thing.
It is.
So how do I change the narrative? Like, hey, these things happen and it's cool, I get like I'm trying to legit want to understand. Like, what's the perception there? Is it I made a mistake? I'm not defined by that and I can be a better person? Or like I'm trying to get into the mind of someone who's experiencing real shame, real time. How do they change a narrative? They stole from their workplace. What's the narrative?
So when it comes to the narrative, the first thing again, if this is a person that has really done it and they know that the consequences are done. Because one thing that we can't hide is that consequences always come. Consequences always come. So yes, you've screwed up. What you need to do is to be accountable. You need to accept that I did this. Take responsibility. Right? That is how the narrative begins to change. Not that it is going to change to favor you. No.
I'm glad you said that. Because I'm just
Not that the narrative is now going to change to favor you, be a hero or anything like that. You need to take responsibility.
We need to walk the path.
We need to walk the path. It is like grief recovery or any loss recovery. The stages are necessary.
You have to go.
The stages are necessary. So for such a person, they need to take in accountability and responsibility in that moment to accept that yes, I did this wrong, and to live through those consequences that would come.
With as much dignity as you can muster.
As much dignity that you can muster. So for example, the person, you know, fidelity as you put it.
I see you taking it away from yourself as well, like the person. You're just like, I don't want to be caught there. Okay.
Yes, so this person would need to take responsibility of their actions, right? Because that is how people would now see you for who you want to be. Because the shift, the evolving that you need to do is what would define the narrative. We have a lot of people that have been through this mess. Maybe again I'll go to person that was an alcoholic and they recovered and all that. So in that moment it was shameful and everything, but they're doing good now, right? But they had to walk through that valley. They had to go through that path. They had to endure some of the things that were quite uncomfortable. Had to endure some of the conversations that were quite uncomfortable. So even with a person that cheats or
it's not a dead end.
It's not a dead end. I think the reason to this conversation is to give people hope and make them see the end of the tunnel is also in their intentionality to make things work out and not remain stuck in that space. So if they become responsible, work on changing or evolving and accepting that yes, I did that, but that does not define me.
It doesn't now become my identity.
It hasn't become my identity. I am able to move from this place because there are people that
do better.
Absolutely. There are people that have been divorced and perhaps the other partner has moved on. Right? They moved on with the children. And then this person now remains and everybody's, you know how society is.
Oh, I know how society is, especially if it's a woman.
Everybody else is pointing at this person. Everybody else has got an opinion, and if you get to listen to people's words and opinions, you will drown.
Yeah, you will, for sure.
You will drown. So yes, people will talk, but what are you saying? Are you going to subscribe to every word that they have said? Or you want to be a person that would become better and walk that walk of shame and get off and evolve? Make decisions that will favor what you could and should be.
I guess like you are saying, it's acceptance. What I hear you saying is first you accept that this situation has happened.
I've messed
walk
up.
the path. But walking the path also is not choosing that situation to become your identity, but deciding that, I am a person of integrity, and being a person of integrity doesn't always mean I'm going to get it right 100% of the time. But the idea is to strive to be better and then walk the path, do the work, take responsibility.
Yes, one other important thing that I feel we struggle with a lot is forgiving ourselves.
And that inner conversation you talked about. And a lot of you recently talked about having the book, not the book, like journaling,
taking note of everything you appreciate about the day.
Like that inner conversation. There's a lot of, I also started a book of like kind words because finally because you know how negative words, even if it feels like they are justified, they tend to stick longer and harder than if I say you look good today, or you did well at work, or you were so kind to that person. You easily forget those things and remember the evil what people say. So if you absorb enough of that, it affects your internal conversation.
True.
I thought that was really, really good.
That's very true. That's very true.
I cut you.
So
yes.
Forgiving yourself
is the hard part.
Very important. It's very important because there are people that have moved on, but they haven't forgiven themselves. And because they have not forgiven themselves, they still find themselves, blaming. They still find themselves, in that bubble of sorrow, that bubble of shame. It comes back again. So forgiving yourself is very critical. If you don't forgive yourself, you will not move on. Because at times, I also say that whenever we make a mistake, we should not make the mistake of thinking we are the mistake.
Whenever we make the mistake, we should not make the mistake of thinking we are the mistake. Like if it was someone else, it would never happen. This is the worst situation because it's me.
Because there are people that are so good at doing that. They have held on to what their 10-year-old myself did. And because of that, it is literally showing up now, 10 years later. So we need to forgive ourselves. We really need to forgive ourselves. At times, we didn't know better. Whatever we did was perhaps what we
thought. Awareness.
That's
what we did, right?
And life does not end there. So you don't have to sentence your
So-
23-year-old self.
Yeah.
You don't have to sentence your 17-year-old self.
Yeah.
They were young. You were young.
Yeah.
You need to forgive yourself
Yeah.
and move on.
You know what that reminded me of?
Yeah.
Paul
Mm.
in the Bible.
Yeah.
He says, therefore, there is no condemnation.
Yes.
A murder, like the people that you killed out of your mouth. So
Their families mourning.
because of it, therefore, there is no condemnation for me. Me, I've been forgiven. I don't know about y'all and what you're doing,
But
but
me?
that's a big lesson I think
True,
in
true,
self-forgiveness. When
That's
when
true.
you have that encounter,
Mm.
forgiveness is such a gift. Whether you give it to someone else
Yeah.
or you give it to
You
yourself,
give it to yourself.
it's
Yeah.
absolutely powerful.
Sure.
Before we move to the next emotion,
Sure.
any last thoughts
Okay, so
on
shame. Yeah.
Yeah.
So shame is also a way that we keep ourselves in check.
Mhm.
I mean, imagine living life without feeling shame.
That would be a disaster.
So it is also one of the ways that we keep ourselves in check.
Yeah.
Because we always need to have this moral imperative in life, and when we get to feel shame,
It's a good thing.
it's somehow another good thing, because it's simply telling
It's telling
you
you.
that okay, you did something wrong. It is your own police.
Yes.
You know?
Your inner police.
Your inner police. Yeah. So
Yeah.
whenever we feel shame, don't hold on to
Yeah.
that wrong. Get to evolve.
Yeah.
Get to become better than that person, that version that you were, that second, that moment should not define the rest of your life.
Like that. It's like what you say, emotions have what, a 60-second span, and
Yeah.
then they
Yeah.
want to pass.
Yeah.
Acknowledge it that
Acknowledge
this
it.
is shame, so
Yeah.
what do we do now?
Yes.
More than dwelling in it and
Yeah.
everything else that we have discussed. Thank you so much. I love that.